Some good shit.
Put your hand over your heart and in a loud, clear voice say along with us. We love hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. Smoke weed every day. Oh yeah.
Right. We got a full house today, yo. Holy shit.
Yes, we do.
I think this is the record most guests that we've ever had at one time on the show. I'm like, I'm fucking super proud of us, man. Holy fuck.
Round of applause, guys. Round of applause. Good job.
Just so you guys know, this is also our 3-year anniversary.
Yeah. And it's good because we're doing like program to program. You know what I'm saying? I love seeing Toronto products in different ways. Like, we're doing a podcast, we cover a lot of rappers, but I'm like, there's no series going on where I'm like, I can see like a dramatic like slice of Toronto life.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, they had the Brooklyn show back in the days there. What was that show there? The Brooklyn one there that they filmed back in the days. And they started with it. Money and Violence. Thank you. Right?
Back in the days, that was a couple of years back.
The
way you said it, I thought you were talking about something from like 03 or something like that. Oh, you know, from back in the days. But Money and Violence.
You know how black people do.
Life, exactly.
I'll be there in a minute, but it really means like an hour, right? But like, I seen something like that, and I was like, fuck, Toronto needs some type of representation where you're seeing the real gritty life, right? So once I seen this series pop up, I was like, there it is.
But we've been like preying it, because before you guys were advertising it, like, yo, it's coming soon. These little quick little clips and stuff. I'm watching, I'm like, yo. And then when it dropped, I'm like, yes, it's about time. I've been waiting for this. Waiting for this. It's like you said, we need something like that in the city. Like, everybody, not to be rude or anything, but there's a lot of rappers in the city. Everybody is a rapper. You know what I mean? It's very odd. You see, like, people are doing like mini series and documentaries even. It was like, oh, okay, podcast, music video, someone comes up with a documentary. So this was well overdue.
Facts.
Well overdue.
Facts. So with no further ado, we have the whole, or it feels like the whole cast, but a lot of the cast.
At least majority.
Of the life of the dot in the motherfucking building.
Right.
Listen, do that outside, because place of business, you don't need to do that all in here. You know.
You gotta step it up or something. You need somewhere in your clip, because if you had more, you would have.
Okay, so let's start from left to my right, okay, to all the way to this side. So let's start with you, young
Start from the back.
Sit back.
Okay, sit
Yes.
back. Okay,
No, let's start with you.
Okay, so yes, this is Dagger Ross. I play Jay's mom, so look out for me,
Okay.
You already know your big nose boy, spare parts, you don't know SP.
Hey, you in the back, gentlemen.
Mr. Burns. That's my role, that's my character.
That's your role in your character? And what's your name?
Oh, like, just call me the Burns Father. You can find me online, Twitter, Instagram, that all of them blogs.
Burns Father. Price the Boss.
Yeah, life for the dot or more.
Moving sick in there.
Moving mucky.
Dropping calls.
Yo, Blackest Ninja, and I play Ninja.
Okay.
So original.
At least you know when they're talking to you.
Exactly.
Is it?
Shamar, director, producer, cinematographer, editor, and the management team.
Get a round of applause for him.
Okay, let's go to the back first.
Yo, pull that mic right there real quick now.
Yeah, you man's rolling.
Yeah. You already know. Grove in the building, Slim in the show, like with that. You know.
Legend.
Erica Ivy, aka Lady E, more in the show.
It's Glizzy Ave.
Yeah.
So Sarah Rambo and Life for the Dot.
Okay. And last but not least.
Yo, you already know what it is. MK Music, aka Grimy from Life.
Grime time! That's how we're moving today. And okay, the thing is about this show, and even with you, Grimy, I'm like, Grimy's in here, and I'm like, yo, I felt like I got too much fucking chains on her. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's get straight to it, right? Do y'all get stopped in the street?
Oh yeah, that's happening a lot.
Right?
Yeah,
and when y'all get stopped, do y'all get stopped being called your characters from the show?
Yeah.
So let's start over here. Like, give me an experience.
Well, not me yet still. Not lie. But I know my son who plays Little J.
Yeah.
He gets stopped saying, "Hey, life for the dot." He tells me, so he feels big now.
Like I get the DMs. Like a thing happened to me in Yorkdale's with my daughter the other day. And you know, like, cause we're all from the streets, right? And it's so dangerous and stuff going on. So like, I don't really like people coming up to me like too like on a waist. I love the love, but just give me a love from a distance so I know it's a love before you really come up to me like that. Just let me know it's a love. Like, yo, SP, but don't like, especially when I'm with my daughters and stuff. Like,
just get used to it because it's gonna happen a lot.
That's the only thing I don't like.
You just gotta get used to it because more times people don't know how to approach. So they look at you and you may think the man is like grilling you, but he's only trying to figure out how to approach you. You
understand what I'm saying? Paranoia and
anxiety. We're all like that. We're all like that. I know. I fully understand what you're going through because it happens to us with the podcast, right? So it's like this. People know who you are before you know who they are.
That's the scary part. That's the terrifying part.
Right, and that's part of what's gonna happen. So just gotta get used to it and just go off of the energy. Just know, you can tell. You can tell the difference.
Yeah, you can.
Right?
Still, you can.
What about anybody else? What kind of experiences? Crazy experience, Eric?
I got it on the weekend and just today at Tim Hortons. I was just walking to leave the Tim Hortons and a guy stopped me. Yo, Moet, keep up the good work. You're doing good in the show. Okay, no, thanks.
And do y'all know that they're talking to you? That people are talking to you when they call you out because they're calling you out by names that you're relatively just now started being called through the show. It's not like you've been being called this all your life.
I got called that a couple days.
Bring the mic over.
I got called that a couple days too. I went somewhere to get something to eat and I didn't know how to take it because someone was just looking at me. Like, I'm just like, okay, I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know how should I feel. They're like, yo, I seen your show. I'm trying to play stupid. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. So he's like, no, you're doing good. You're doing good. I'm like, oh, thank you. And I had to apologize. Like, my bad about the approach because I don't know how the energy is.
You have
to feel it out.
This is something new.
It's something new. So I'm not really, used to the, I used to, but like, I'm not really into the crowd thing. And
no,
it's something that you'll definitely have to get used to.
Yeah.
Especially as you guys continue to do more of the series and more people start to watch, you're gonna get stopped by more people where you're like I said, you gotta base it off the energy and they don't really know how to approach. You know what I mean?
And do me a favor, Price. Just move your because I can hear it in the little microphone thing. So Grimy, I'm gonna call you guys by the character just so I can keep track. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Explain everybody. I want everybody to go around the room and explain your characters and like what parts you play in the show. So the Grimy character?
Grimy is just a person who just don't care. He's just about the only person he cares about is his best friend Jay. He can say fuck the rest and his girl. You know what I mean? Because his girl brings in the dollars, but at the same time, Grimy is Grimy. He might have something. He might have like a mosh work, and he's not gonna tell his girl. He's just gonna go and get his papers. You know what I mean? As you see in episode 4, he was about to do his thing with his girl, and money called. Like, yo, what are you dealing with? Like, is there any moves? Like, he gets sidetracked right because he's hungry. He's coming back. He's coming out of jail.
Started, and then all of a sudden he's like, I gotta go.
So it's just like Grimy's on some grimy shit. He just doesn't care. Like, anybody could get it at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So
and the character just came home from jail.
And it's like this character is more challenging for me because I never really act like that before, and especially acted it into a character into a certain lifestyle that that I haven't. It's challenging because you like in real life that's not who you are.
That's not how you move.
You know what I mean? That's not how you move. So it's just like to get into that character, it's very challenging. I got the hang of it.
You're doing really good.
Thank you.
You're doing really good with it.
Swing the mic over next. So what character do you play in the show?
See my character. Like, I'm not really the only person I'm loyal to, right, is the big dog. This is my big dog right here. Just so see, like, a man can't get too close to him still because man have to get busy with that. You see me? So, like, at the same time, you know, I have some things going on. But you know, I'm gonna save that for season 2. I can't let you know too much. But right now,
you guys are rolling out together. You guys are the squad.
Listen, man,
you went up in there.
Yo, don't worry about the man here. You don't.
I'm just like this. I'm just like this. You know, I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, and to the young lady in the back. Let's bring that back there first.
Hey guys.
Yes. So tell me about your character in the show, because you got a lot of layers in this character. You know what I'm saying? I know you're in a relationship with Grimy in the show, right?
He just came home.
But then you also got a bunch of other things. So tell us about that.
Well, Sunshine's one of the girls that are part of the team, just working, doing OT, you know, and basically I just chat, like I make money, like hustle. I have the clothing line in the video, all that stuff. So all that type of different things that bring Moet together.
You kind of a lady pimp too. You know what I'm saying?
Like Sunshine.
Madam, sorry, madam.
And then I'm watching the show, and I was like, a lie, is that Young Grove? Jeez. Right? Popped up a little bit later on. You know what I'm saying? So what's your character in the show?
Shit. I'm Slim. I play Jay's older bro. And that's my mom over there.
You're just missing the wig.
Yeah.
Long wig. Okay, now it makes any sense. Okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah. Yo, Ninja, watch that, big man.
Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'm like, you know, I've been playing the streets, you know, a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm just like, as you see in season 1, I'm doing like the work thing, and you know what I mean. So doing a little hustling on the side. So you know,
trying to cheese that J.
Yeah.
You're basically like 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm at that stage right now.
Yeah, you're working, but you're still kind of hustling. So you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
The work money's not enough, right?
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. So I'm the guy that's trying to show that, you know, positive messages, like, you know, like you know, we're coming up with single mothers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's like the typical Toronto family household, right? So we're trying to show messages like that, and that's my character, kind of, you know, show you that I'm in and I'm out. You know?
It's a duality.
Same time.
And I'm gonna skip you for a second because I have some production questions for you in a minute, right? So Blackus.
Ninja. Well, I play.
You got a mic.
I'm good. I play. Me and Slim are brethren, so I know his brother Jay, and I'm more into the disenfranchised life of these streets. You know what I'm saying? So I know all the younger youths. I'm kind of like their older brother, OG. Still making the money, trying to be legit, but mixing and mingling and trying to pay the rent. You know, get past.
I see you also in your character, like you're kind of like the middleman to a lot of different people out there.
Definitely.
You know,
he's
like,
the plug.
Yeah, but not the plug.
But
you know the plugs.
Exactly.
And like, you know what I mean? Like you connect with a few different people, and then like then there was the issue that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that brings me also to Price, right? Who I see you and Young Boy Problem, who both alumni, right? But then I see y'all pop up, and I'm like, y'all are a team in there. All right, so what's going on with your character there?
Well, I'm gonna speak on Young Boy Promise because he's not really here as well. But I'm one half of the duo. I go by Mo, and Young Boy Promise is Tech. Basically, Tech's on the run, and I'm just the one that's always thinking about making money. Like, I'm the methodic. I'm always just thinking in my head, right? So he's the one that's more on point. Like looking around because he's paranoid. He's on the run, right?
Yeah.
But
because he had to meet him in that little the hair salon.
Yeah.
No, that's not. That's when first they meet in the staircase by the underground before.
But you're both right though because you're both little points to kind of show.
That's what I was gonna say. He comes through the back
not
door.
on road.
He meets his girl. He comes through the back.
Because there's a contrast. You'll see me. I'm in the house. I have my family house, etc., etc. Then you see him. He's always somewhere more in the shadows, low key, right? But we're basically the yin and yang. Like we appreciate each other in the sense of, okay, he's more in the streets, I'm more whatever, but we work as a team, though, you know.
Yeah.
We're both alumni too, so it's kind of coincidence.
Yeah, it's dope. Okay, let's keep on going. So
spare parts.
Spare parts. Tell me about your role in the show and how you come into the series.
I'm just that typical OG from the block, putting his work, loves the fuckery, you know. And I just watch. I like to what they call the word again when you instigate stuff.
The instigator.
I'm just the instigator, but I'm out there because I'm like neutral. I'm just an old nigga. No, he ain't paying me no mind. You know what I mean? But I know everything.
Yeah.
So it's like more times it's like, you know, I see these guys and I want to let them live. Like, you know, I'm not trying to take your shine or nothing. Live, my nigga. Just know, don't let me catch you on the back street.
I love it, but don't let me catch you on the back street.
Yeah, and there's a few times where you're like, you keep on getting like these vibes of people, and then you're like, all right, I'll see you later. I'll see you, and I'm like, why does it keep on happening to you?
You know what it is? Typical shit. Like you'll see.
There's more to come. What we
everyday life. You'll see a man right now, and they'll hail you, and the minute you turn your back. Yo, I don't even like that, you know. So I'm that guy. I'm miserable guy. Because enough people don't even know. Like, can I give them a little cheat? Like, Grimy made me originally. I'm spare parts, but he calls me SP. Oh, like, cause we have a personal relationship.
Yeah.
But I think that's too much. Oh yeah, that's too much. Yeah, I'm done. Okay, that's too much. I said
we'll go to the back first. To burn.
That was a little spoiler.
Yeah, a spoiler. I should have been a little
spoiler, but it's okay.
We love hip hop. That's what we're supposed to do.
Exclusives.
Exactly.
Right, my character is basically, you know, everybody has that one friend who just hollers at you when you for no reason, he just wants something. You know, when you see that number, you're like, oh shit, that's him. That's who I am. But Grimey's my crowdie. You know, so I'm basically down and I'm out, and I'm chilling with Grimey because I know he's always up to some shit. I want to get a piece of it.
Yo, what? A brick and a half? So yo, hold on, I'll move that faster than my G.
Yeah, because I'm always lurking. But that's my character.
Yeah, so it's a good match for the fuckery that Grimey's got keeping.
What are we doing on WhatsApp?
And last but not least.
Yes. Yeah, so I play Jay's mom in the show. So for me, it's like reality because I have 4 kids. You know what I mean? So I'm that hardworking mom, you know, working a job. And my kids, you know, you have one bad breed. You know what I mean? And, you know, one that goes to work and stuff. And I'm just trying to live and trying to make the best of what I have, you know, so.
And you come into play with the flashbacks because Jay is, you know, who's in the building, right? But a little bit young for our show, right? But he represents the flashback segment of the show, right? So who are we flashing back to with Jay? Because there's so many dynamic characters and so many different things going on.
Jay's Grimey's brethren.
Yeah.
So
since they're friends.
Yeah. So Jay's Jay's Grimey's.
He starts with Jay because Jay links the what's the guy? Don't tell me. Loud Pack. He links Loud Pack and Loud. He's like, yo, I'm going OT. So link Grimey. And Loud Pack's like, yo, I don't really like to fuck with Grimey still. He's like, don't worry. Grimey's my nigga, you're good. And then
the face, you know,
shit ensues.
You understand what I'm saying? So it always, every time we get to a flashback, you're gonna be popping up then, basically.
Most likely, I hope. Most likely. Yeah.
How do you
don't call me, eh?
Classic line.
I know we've all heard it.
I know everybody heard that line.
That's like
that was like a hard.
That was us. Cool.
No, that one actually played.
So, how do y'all remember the lines? That's one thing, and anybody can start.
Well, the lines is like they give us a topic to talk about, and we just basically go with improvise, right?
Okay. We still have certain things that we want to get across to the audience to move along the story.
Yes.
But we do to give them a degree of control over, like, just to keep their character authentic.
Okay.
Tell them the truth. After 10 takes, we're pissed at each other, and we just want, that's why you feel the passion. Because it's like, well, we just want, we just want to get out of here. Get out of here.
Let's get it right.
Get it right in this. And that's why you could feel it.
Okay, and let's keep the mic on you for a quick second because there's some production things, right? Location.
Yes.
How do you all score the locations and figure out where you're going to be filming? And is there ever difficulties filming, like getting these locations?
Well, with the locations, a lot of problems come with sometimes the cast. Sometimes they can't come, or certain characters like can't go in the area or whatnot. So politics, exactly. So,
and that's a whole other thing we'll touch on. But keep going.
But on those lines, we always have a location A and a location B.
Okay.
So we put off those, even sometimes a C, just in case the scene is very, very important.
Yes.
So that's usually how we go through the process. A is the best choice. If not B, if not C, if not C, total improvisation. But that happens like not that many times. Yeah, rarely. Yeah.
Right now, going into it, going to season 2, everything is more, focused and more organized. And more.
You were learning. You were in the beta scene. You were made beta.
Exactly.
Like if you look, like we posted our first episode.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically Friday on the cell phone.
Look at that. Look at that.
Now, if you see, we're here now, right?
Yeah.
It's 3 years.
Big difference.
So you guys are working. And the quality from episode 1 to episode 6 is definitely gone up. It's definitely gone up.
For sure.
And I appreciate the longer episodes. Bro, I was like, yo, I want more.
Yeah. So you guys are all improvising most of the time. They're not memorizing lines.
No. We just play our character and then it flows.
Sorry, bring the mic up.
So so basically it's off of a.
Sorry,
yes, what you said?
Because you got a lot of lines in your so this is all improvised.
Yeah, we play our character. You just go into character. Just be that person.
Okay.
Again,
what would I say if I was that person? Yeah, that's what I would say.
Just out of curiosity.
Again, we have main lines and main topics. They have to, because we're always there.
Yeah.
The creator and me to guide the cast into like the right direction, right? So sometimes they're going off. Most times they are just going off, especially Joe Kesey over there. But we all try to direct them, make sure they have the lines they have to come across.
Right.
So,
okay.
That's a segue line.
Savy.
How do you guys all get into character? And first, are you shooting all this at the same time, or are you doing it all like on different days?
Different days.
Okay.
Different days.
So how do you get into character?
For me personally, like there's certain guidelines that we have, like, so there's not necessarily a script where there's key things that we have to touch on. So I know I have to touch on this topic, but I'm working around that and putting my own wave into it and putting myself into it, right? So that's how I get into character.
And I think that's important is that people have to understand that this is based off of a book, right? This is a book that was written.
Okay.
From the makers of the actual. How would you put it, man?
The makers of
there's obviously shows have source material. Our source material is the book that wrote. It's actually the prequel to this whole series, which will play a part like later on in like different seasons. But, yeah.
Interesting.
Exactly. So the characters are kind of already made, like in that book. So obviously we all read the book, so we know the plot, right? We know even the more advanced plot than even you guys. You guys aren't even there yet.
The bigger picture.
Yeah.
So you guys already seen how it evolves.
Yes, definitely.
So it helps us stay.
But if the book they read
helps
the
us
book.
stay in character.
It's easier, yeah.
And you know what? It also helps that we can actually live the lives that are close or similar to the people that we're playing, right? So you don't really have to go search for actors to play a grimy youth. Even though he's not grimy, he obviously has the capability of being grimy. A Rambo, Mo's the nicest guy in the world, and now he's just splatting brains all over it. dropping phone calls. So it's like, it's not hard to reach, but it is what it is, though.
Yeah, and let me bring it over to you, Grimy, for a second, because we're talking about getting into character and different things like that. As you're not moving like that in real life. You're not fucking over everybody, right? Or like, we wouldn't even be sitting here. I'd be like, yo, I don't know, we might take our equipment and shit. But like, how do you get into character, like to be like, okay, I'm gonna fucking play this guy who's just not me?
To be honest, like, I watch a lot of old school movies. I watch New Jersey Drive, I watch Juice, I watch Belly. So I kind of like, kind of get into those kind of characters. Like for one, like Juice, for example.
Yeah.
Bishop was a snake.
Bishop came to mind.
Tupac, R.I.P. Class.
I look up that because I've been watching that since I was a kid. So like that kind of gets me in that, like, in the hype of it.
Yeah.
You know, and especially like on the side, like I said, I don't do this shit like in real life. Like I'm a producer. I make music. You know, so it's like for me to get in this, it's like I love doing something different and plus challenging. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the reason why I make music. Because music is challenging. You know, but I love it though.
Yeah.
You know what you created. So for me to get into this character now, like. I just look up at those movies, to be honest, like, you know, and just go with the flow, you know, just get in together, just think of who would, like, you know, do something like this, you know, and just think of a character, you know. So
the bishop reference. Yeah. I see the bishop. I see the bishop in it. I see the bishop in the ground. Now they say that I see the bishop in this. I see it.
Yeah.
You know what? And I know I'm fucking crazy.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
That locker scene was crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Erica? Moet? Sure. Whichever way you want to call it. So, in a lot of the scenes, also, to go back to how you get into character, I don't know what your relationship is with, I don't want to call you Grammy because, you know, that's... MK. Okay, great. I don't know what your relationship is. How are you comfortable to be basically half naked with him, like, on camera?
Or like a whole bunch of people on, like, behind the scenes.
Like, now I'm watching it and I'm like
on set.
By the way, your body's banging.
Well, I'm comfortable with my skin. It was just like, honestly, it's a role. I'm playing a role. My job's to play a role. There's gonna be an end result, and I executed it. I shut down the internet for a whole day with my scene. So it's okay. We did it.
Episode 5?
I missed the uncut version. What happened in this uncut version?
They shut it down in less than 24 hours.
Actually hit up. It's the Matrix, man. It's the Matrix.
It's the Matrix.
If you seen it, you seen it, man.
4,000 or 5,000 people that did catch that. They said, holy.
Quick 5K.
So, okay, let's stop.
You guys can curse. It's okay. You can curse.
Let's stop for a quick second. And this edible just kicked me in the face. That scene, that episode that came up and went down. Can we know what the fuck was cut out?
You didn't hear it. You didn't hear what the man said. He said it was in the Matrix. If you've seen it, you've seen it.
You know, it's kind of history.
I want to know.
It's kind of history, though, because we don't want to take away from the people that actually went right away and checked it out.
Like
at least they got to see that. They got to hug it. They say, "Did you see it?" I see it. So
that's a moment in time for that.
You gotta ask someone that. You gotta ask someone else that's seen it. You know.
Comment gang.
Word of mouth.
Give me in the comments.
That's like, yeah, cause I was looking for it and I was like, telling him, yo, it's not there. I can't find it.
The amount of DMs I woke up to the next morning of, where is it? Where is it?
I couldn't find it. I was looking for it, I couldn't find it.
I couldn't find it either, man. I couldn't find it either. I'm like, what is this, man?
So
what's going on?
We'll never get to know about the deleted scene.
Who knows? There might be some merch coming out. We might have some merch. We might have that available.
Extra footage. Extra DVD.
That's how y'all gonna do Uncle Friday.
At the concerts and stuff.
You never know, man.
So let me ask y'all something, and let's get a little bit of the city, because you guys are filming in different locations, and there's so many different people from different hoods, right? How does that fucking work out? Because the city is the politics capital.
I think
if that's a fucking way of saying it, you know what I'm saying?
I think it works out kind of like, you know, blended in easily because everybody has a common goal and you know, a common end result. So people are willing to throw away their politics and throw away the perceptions just for this common goal, right?
Yeah, but that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to stress, you know. There's no politics. We're trying to promote unity, right? Because look, exactly, like it took some people from all over the city to get together to create something that one person had a vision from. So I'm saying Bradley Johnson, the director. So
big up Bradley Johnson.
So. You know what I mean? So one man's vision made all this work, and look where we are, right? We're all here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And everybody had to wake up. Everybody had to want it individually, because you know it's hard to get everybody. Like we said, it's hard to get people to a location to film. So I'm saying people fill out, and like You know, and it's unfortunate, but we have to keep it. You have to keep it going, right?
Yeah.
And whoever's here. Whoever's not, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? So whoever's driven, we're driven. You know what I'm
work
saying?
with us. Or just move out of the way.
Shout out Loud Pack.
Shout out Loud Pack. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Loud Pack.
Young Boy Problem. Hey, hold on. It's Young Boy Problem's birthday, as a matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Young Boy Problem. This is birthday. That's my birthday. Happy birthday.
That's why I was asking if he was here, because last time he was here, you know, it's like, yo, what? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We haven't had him. He hasn't been on the show in like 2 years. Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
So, you guys could at least know that we can bring everybody together to do the show, and that works, right? What kind of problems, and maybe that's like a production type of question, right? What kind of problems do you run into when it comes to filming this show?
I wouldn't lie to you. We didn't have any problems like that. I'm not sure if it's all our cast and our diverse like backgrounds or producer, but we didn't hit really any problems with that type of location. Yeah.
That's good. That's dope. That's dope.
Well, I guess the one lucky thing we got. Other than the weather and
Yeah, it's a bigger picture. It's a bigger movement. It's a bigger goal. Exactly. People can see what's going on. So then people can see. You know what? It also, you know, it's good too for the people that watch. Yo, that's my block. Yo, that's my block. You understand? Yo, I know that, man. Yo, I park right there in the building. Yo, if you look, fam, there's my balcony.
Because remember,
watching it 3 times.
At the end of the day, when people see that, and especially in the background, like they're like, "Holy shit! Like this actually is life or the die. It's not just about one end and the other end. No, we're talking about all over. East End, West End. Like even in the intro, we show a little bit of the West End, a little bit of the East End. You know what I mean? We don't mention it. You know what I mean? We just keep it doing. We're just showing love at the end of the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end, there's a lot of money in the city to get. Why hate on something that you could be involved in? You know what I mean? And that it just makes sense to that. So.
The way that this can evolve and grow.
Exactly.
And at the same time, Life of the Dad is creating opportunities because everybody has their own individual platform. Like he said, he's an artist and producer. I'm an artist. You know I'm saying? Black Students is an artist. Erica's an artist. Like, you know, there's some privacy. You know what I'm saying? Clothing line. And people are doing multiple things. I'm doing things, you know, but keep that on the low for right now.
It's true though.
So.
And I noticed a lot of Toronto brands in the show.
Exactly. That's what you're trying to promote. A lot of Toronto brands.
Anybody that wants just email us, please.
Like for the brands.
Rough Media Official. Guys, any clothing lines.
The merchandise and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because like you're wearing City YYZ. You're wearing the TGLS. Like what I'm. Right.
And yo, that's the stuff right there.
Right. Like so. It's crazy because I see like in the A1 there, whatever. I see a bunch of brands, and I love that. I rate that. I rate that really.
We want to add to like the culture and the industry. So now when they're watching Toronto on the internet, they're not just watching, you know, We Love Hip Hop. They can change to Real Life or Life of the Dot, or they can change to whatever they have. And you know, other people have done it, but they haven't done it like us, right? So everybody else that has done it, they just got a little bit of views or whatever. When we done it, people are just magnetic to it, you know, drawn to it because they seen themselves in the character.
Everybody went hard.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody lives vicariously through the character. And now, because of that, now we had a little, you know, the buzz started, right?
No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
You guys set the trend when it comes to the podcasting. We set the trend when it comes to the, you know. So one day we might have a channel where, like, touch on what he was saying, like they might watch your show and then right after our show comes on.
Well, you know, we have a network. You guys are all more than welcome. You know, the network is there, right? You guys are more than welcome. We can promote. You know, we can directly.
That's what it's about. And that's what the Life of the Dot is about. It's about cross-marketing promotion.
Creating opportunities.
And feasible, reachable people. Because, you know, everybody says they're from Toronto, but people can't get you. People can't be a part of it. It's not everybody's able. Remember, I just showed you, you're going to be in the next season. Who knows?
Okay.
Hey,
let me know.
So let's get, okay. Yeah, we had a quick little technical difficulties for a quick second, you know what I'm saying? Now the thing is, everybody's musicians in the building too, right? Or almost everybody's a musician, right? So how did that affect y'all when it comes to doing music? Like how is it making it, raise it more? Is it making it more difficult? So let's start from this side of the room. Let's start with you, Grammy.
In what way
or MK?
Difficult? In what way difficult?
Like has it made it more easy or has it made it more difficult when it comes to making your music, like, you know, coming up with stuff because you're like working on another show and like has it made your music more popular? Like, what has it affected it?
Sometimes, to be honest, because you're doing a lot, right? So it's just like it will be days like I have like beat block. So sometimes I'll pre-make a beat, save it, I go back to it, you know.
Yeah, and you know, I personally, I think that I think that the cross marketing does obviously grow everybody's stats and their music, and so yeah, I think you know, cross marketing, cross inspiration, cross music, because we have a lot of music coming forward. And like, you know, we have Glizzy Ave forward, and we have a lot of different vibes. We have Price, we have, you know, Erica, we have me, we have MK, so it's like young boy problem for sure, and BK. So, you know, we have a lot of artists that are gonna get their shine, and I think everybody's just waiting for that, you know? Everybody's just waiting for that.
I have a couple songs on the soundtrack right now, you know?
So there's a soundtrack coming.
There's a soundtrack.
Oh, for sure.
I produced for a couple artists as well. I produced for 700 Field. I produced for Tax Hard. Verbal
big up Tax Hard
with YG. I have a couple more projects actually coming out. I ain't gonna say too much, but yeah, a little surprise here and there. So
so that's something to look forward to.
Anybody in the back, like how does the music, how's the whole music and the being on a show affected the music career? Because you do music as well, Erica,
Yeah,
right?
because the song that was playing on my scene in episode 4, that was my song.
Okay.
So the video, look out guys, it's coming soon.
Okay.
That made me be more, you know, I gotta get the video out now.
Yeah. And you price the boss, like you've been putting out music for a while, so like are you seeing different things popping off with your music now that people are seeing you on the show?
Well, it's crazy because I was supposed to drop a project. I remember you were supposed to, you guys hosted the release party for it, and the police shut it down. So ever since then, I kind of put like a hiatus to me, like putting my music out there, but I still been cooking it, right? But I can't lie to you, a lot of people hit me up, and they're like, yo, I see you on Life of the Dot. Like, you know what else is going on? So it's like, right now it's like I have some things planned and people are paying attention to me right now based on the fact that Life of the Dot reboosted the thing, you know? So a lot of things are going to be cooking up just right now. It's Life of the Dot time, you know?
Okay, one quick side note. Where's Brizzle?
Yo, everybody asks me where Brizzle is at, you know?
Brizzle La Musica.
Right? But the thing about Brizzle is that I know him for years, even before the music thing. So it's like, when he's ready to do something, he does it full force.
Okay.
And when his attention is somewhere else and he's not doing that, you'll know, you know. So when or if he's ready to do music again, you'll know. You know what I mean? So right now he's just
doing his own thing.
Doing his own thing, you know.
Okay.
Because you're on a heavy run. You want a heavy run. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got a monumental freestyle on our fucking on our channel.
No man is safe from. Nowadays I got one in the head with no safe on. Wow. They try and drill me. I know they try and kill me. They tried twice, 6 shots, and they
looking for how, like, where is it? Like, it's on the website, right?
I might have to repost it. I have to go find it in my files because remember our old channel.
Yeah, that's right. I remember.
Okay.
But back to Life of the Dot.
Yeah, season 2. That's coming soon. What can we expect from season 2?
For season 2, you gotta expect, well, production-wise, a lot more locations, a lot more hoods, a lot more scenery, a lot more different type of techniques because we have more equipment now, right? Drone shots.
Ooh, drones.
Yeah. I don't want to say too much, but yeah, season 2's on its way. It's just a little month just to organize, get more actors, get more resources, and hit you back double.
Yeah.
So what about character development?
In character development, well, what we did for the first season was just make sure that the audience had a lot of different characters that they can connect with, right? So, as you see near the end of season 1, a lot of characters have died, right? So, the ones that survived were like the prominently like most not important, but for the fan, they love them.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, we're gonna introduce new characters, more Rana characters again, not always in the hood, like lawyers, doctors, like this, make it more like actual Toronto TV show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Different cultures, different areas, you know, Greater Toronto.
Okay.
We're gonna give the element of the streets, the perspective that you need to see, but not the fullness. You know what I'm saying? Where they can get enough and the rest they have to figure out. They have to really be there, right?
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you, but just to reiterate on the character development that you were talking about, and I see that you're introducing more characters, but for the characters that you have in the show, are you gonna give us more, like your 5 years earlier flashback? Are you gonna give us more of that? Are we gonna get more in depth with the characters that are still there?
Well, we're doing a little bit of both. Obviously, the flashbacks are now a staple for Life of the Dot, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna see a lot more of the backstory.
I think a little bit of both, because we want you to, because people already have a feeling for a specific emotion for specific characters, like, you know, Grimy. There's a lot of intense and loud pack. There's a lot of they agree but they don't like him.
My character's gonna get real active season.
Yeah, his character is gonna get.
I don't know about no other character. My character's gonna get real active. So, and I'm trying to get my Denzel on. You see that? I have to tell you that. See, yo, listen, man. That's the guy still. So you know, yo, listen, man.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, all of us is now, watch out. At the end of the day, all of us is now, the characters that we already have are the major, there will be a development in them. There's going to be a new breed of different actors and different characters, and like you said, lawyers, doctors. We want a real perspective of Toronto, right?
Yeah.
And we have more people, because now more people want to be down and more people are willing to work. And
there's always the back end too, because you still got to figure out why me and Grammy got a problem. Like, you know what I mean? There's so much. So much.
Like I was gonna ask, like, are we gonna find out why Tech's on the run?
Oh, for sure. Well, yeah, for sure.
Right,
for
like
sure.
that would be like something.
We gotta plan.
No, obviously,
right?
right?
To be like,
but no, that's what I mean. Like when we see development of the characters, like their backstory and stuff like that. So we're gonna find out why he's on the run.
Yeah. So flashbacks are now a staple. All right. So we're gonna get those.
Yeah. Okay.
What I want to know about next season is anybody else gonna die?
Yo, like the man said, everybody die.
Hold on.
Everybody can get it.
It's the life of the die,
No,
right?
unfortunately, it has to be like that. But like, let me tell you, you guys remember 2017? Okay, that was wild, right?
Yeah.
Okay, season 2.
You guys remember 2005?
Bring it.
The gun?
Yeah.
That's how it's gonna be.
2007. That was your generation.
2005, our year of the gun. 2017, your year of the gun. Okay.
2017, we up that.
Hold on. You know what? Stop for a quick second. Bring it to Grove over there in the back, because Grove know about 2005. Okay? Because Grove is from another well-known, I guess, film.
That's my
Talk to him, bro. Let him know where, because we were in real Toronto.
We at Palisades right now, you know? Motherfucking
Ricky Dred, a.k.a. King Friday, a.k.a. 100 plus to the head. Yeah, I'm home, Parkdale, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I asked you off camera, but I'm going to ask you on camera. Do people hit you up on the street like, yo, real Toronto, fam? When's the last time that you got one of those?
Fuck, man. I can't go anywhere without getting something like that, you know? To this day, you know what I mean? From real Toronto, rap sheet, whatever it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
Staying on that for a quick second.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right? Did you have a lot of issues back then after that video? Because I remember I used to get stopped. Even when Boyd used to stop me, he'd be like, "Hey, you look pretty familiar." And I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did you have any issues with the real Toronto thing back then, like so many people did?
Yeah. We had some issues still, you know, but I just I don't know. I just played it cool, fam. I don't know, like we had issues, but it didn't lead to anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're one of the ones who didn't get buying up from that whole fucking thing.
I was around a lot, but you didn't see me. You know what I mean? You didn't see me doing nothing illegal. You know what I mean?
You and I, like we're like
nothing illegal on camera, folks.
Right?
Yeah.
We're on camera.
But I have a question though.
You got a question for us?
Yeah, well, is the reason why that was hot because there was no like disclaimer? Is that like what it is?
No,
like what was
because
it?
there was nothing like it before that.
There was actually real investigations going on those times. Project Cryptic. There was a lot of actual street shit, and then the man them just made up themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, they reinforced. They're like, oh. You didn't believe us? Watch the fucking video.
And people didn't realize that Toronto actually had a fucking hood culture. Like the mainstream culture. Like when it started hitting CP24 and all that shit, people were like, holy fuck, there's hoods and they got guns in them? They were shocked. You know what I'm saying?
So remember.
And then it spread like it went viral before viral was actually a thing.
Remember the sun map?
CBC.
Who remembers the sun map? You remember the sun map? You remember the sun map?
No. Which one's that?
The sun map. Which gangs?
gangs,
Who had guns? Who's Bloods? Who's Crips? Who's this? Who's that? And they broke it down in the newspaper. And they're like, people are like, haha, these guys don't know what they're talking about.
That was in 2005. Who was saying 2005 didn't matter? That was 2005. That paper was.
No, he brought up 2005. It was when 05. He brought up 05.
Yeah, that was when it hit the Globe and Mail.
That's exactly crazy.
Yeah, that was 05.
Hold on, this is what's really going on in Toronto.
Now you got like, you know what I mean, them Fortune 500 businessmen, and you know what I mean. You got them real businessmen reading that type of paper. You know what I'm saying? No one's not regular niggas ain't reading no Globe and Mail and shit. You know what I'm saying? You're getting the Toronto Star or the Sun, and it's in there, front page. You know.
So let's stay on that for a quick second, and not the real Toronto itself, but the Toronto culture itself, because we've had like years where people are starting to say it's reminiscent of Year of the Gun, and they even talk about records from 1991 and all types of shit back in 2018 or 2019. They said that was the record, right? So, and I feel like we've asked this to multiple guests. What can we do now to bring the shit down so that we don't have a repeat of the last couple of years that we've been having in the city?
I think that Life of the Dot is
exactly what we're doing.
Exactly. Life of the Dot is giving you the closest, realist perspective of what can actually happen right away in these streets, as opposed to like, you know, Top Boy and everything, and that's a good show and everything, but for us in Toronto, it's like kind of fantasy in our mind because we're not from there. Sounds good and looks good and everything. When you're watching Life of the Dot now, it's like boom. You can actually see Grimy and Moet and Little J, and you know Grimy as a little youth, bad youth running up and down and these kind of things, right? So I think that alone is just gonna build itself, right?
Yeah. For sure. Anybody else?
Well, Mr. Burns, what do you think?
Yeah, what do y'all decided to do? So
how we can bring down like the gun violence?
Yeah, how do we bring down the gun violence in Toronto for 2020?
For 20, like going on right now, involve the youth in more activities, like, you know, give them things that they actually want to be involved in, like you see what we're doing with film and everything, like give them a nice incentive, like let them see a reward but still have hard work to put forth for it. So it's just like involvement in things that kids would like, you know?
And Life of the Dot is a platform. Like, you know, there's artists involved, there's actors, but everybody does something. They have their brands, you know what I'm saying? So it encourages people to want to be involved in something, you know, bigger than themselves. You know, something even bigger than us, you know, because we could actually help so much people, and in the same time, people are helping us in return because we need it to grow, right? So we're helping everybody grow, everybody's individual career and as a whole. You know what I'm saying?
And you guys don't limit age because you do have younger actors.
Exactly. So it doesn't even matter because you can be on. Everybody doesn't have to be on camera. You can be off camera doing a lot too. You know what I'm saying?
What we're doing is like everybody wants the grants and wants those things, but what we're doing is giving a practical way of getting the money and making an industry. So Life of the Dot now is like, yeah, it's good, nice stories. It's about Toronto, but now we have just inspired a group of another 12, 15 people to do something else. And regardless of whatever they're doing, our thing is the first thing that's people really notice, and we made it feasible, right? So now people understand that all it takes is this and that. It takes a lot more than this and that, but it's a lot more.
Just be realistic. They don't have the star power like us.
Watching this made a lot.
That's right. The star power is crazy still. The star power is crazy still, but it's also the point of this is not just to show we're robbing and stealing. The point of this is to show children, if you're into this life, this is what the altercation, this is what can happen.
Get you. Yeah, exactly. The consequences.
And then boom, ultimately we are making an industry. So we're making an industry like people can really gravitate to and forward to and come work with if they want to.
You're leading by example, basically.
Exactly.
Right? Anybody else in the room?
Hold on, let me say something.
Yes, please.
What I strongly believe as a parent, right, that we can bring down the gun violence is bring back discipline. Because they took away the power from us with parenting. And because back in the days, I grew up where we got licked down. You know what I mean? And if my mom heard, or someone came to my mom and said, hey, she was acting up.
Lashes.
Oh gosh, I don't even want to go home knowing that she knows. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And we can't do that now. Yeah, you know what I mean? We can't do that now as parents, or even that. And then even for, let's talk about the streets. The OGs.
Yeah.
Right? Back in the days, I grew up in Scarborough. We had OGs that they saw skipping school, we're getting licked down from them. You understand what I'm saying? They put us in our place. We don't have that anymore. That's why I have all these kids acting out wild on the street. We need that back in the streets, I believe.
And I think like we were talking before, we're off camera, the clout thing has made people gravitate to so much attention that they're willing to do stupid things for attention. I think people need to take that attention and make it more cultivate, you know, build it, grow it. So now Life of the Doc can make you do a video or do a movie or do something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, inspire.
You're already using your camera anyway, so you're doing stupid things with your phone as a camera anyways. You might as well film it, do something legal, and you know, make money off of it.
No, I'm digging it. Okay, let's quick to because we can go on all night with the conversation, and I'm really excited to see what's going to be happening with the next season. You know what I'm saying? But I want to hold you off for a quick moment. Okay, we got something called Smoke and Mirrors.